Nerd's the word. Hey guys, I'm Kanai, coming to you from I don't know my bunker. I guess I'm going to call it that. My recording bunker. So people often ask where I record from. It is what it is. So it's my little setup, my little hole in the wall. So today's episode, we're going to talk about the Clash of Champions that happened in Indianapolis, Indiana. And we're going to talk about the show, how it was laid out, and honestly, this wasn't a good show. I mean, it was a little better than Raw, but all in all, I don't know how much I really got to say about it. Um, Before I do that, I'm going to jump right out. I'm just going to say I apologize. I know that I said I'd get the show out Tuesday, and it's been a while since I put out a show. Uh, but real life stuff has come up, and yeah, that's about all I can say about it. I mean, between school and I go to school part time, I work full time, family to take care of, Cub Scouts for my son. I got a lot going on, and getting episodes out and in a timely fashion is really hard. But no excuse. I want to try and do better, and I decided I want to do that to build my fan base. So, with that being said, this is going out to all my wrestling fans, and I'm going to make sure to post this in the title. This is a wrestling episode, so if you're not a wrestling episode, you're not probably going to want to watch it, and that's fine. We'll do something next week that is not wrestling related, and maybe I'll have more people tune in. So here we go. As most of you know, I was at Clash of Champions. It was in Indianapolis, Indiana. I do live in Indiana. I had to go. I also said I was going to go to the Eric Bischoff live interview with Bill Goldberg. I don't know what happened. It was supposed to be at the Murrah Theater, and uh, I guess nobody booked the venue. Thankfully, they gave me my refund back. So, very disappointed. I showed up at 10 o'clock. I was hoping to do interviews with people waiting in line to get what we were going to, or to speculate on what we were going to see and what they were going to talk about. And to be honest, I mean, I knew something was wrong as soon as we got there when there was nobody there. Nobody was in line at all. So we get there, we talk to the officials or the guy. He goes, "Hey, you here to see that wrestling thing?" Yeah, we are. Well, apparently something went wrong and nobody booked it. Nobody booked it with us, and so we end up leaving. And they said to get a hold of whoever we bought our tickets from to get a refund. I checked my email, and turns out they actually issued the refund that morning already without me doing anything. So I don't know what happened. It is what it is. It was one thing I was looking forward to, and it just didn't happen. So sorry. All right. So with that being said, we did end up going to the wrestling show. We went to Clash of Champions, and we got there early. It was great. It was a good show. And the pre-match, we started off with Nia Jax defeating Alicia Fox, and that was exactly what we thought it was going to be. It was exactly what we saw on Raw. I believe just the week prior. Just it was. I hate to call it a squash match because Alicia Fox, she's got 10 years on main roster, but Nia just destroyed her. And it was one of those things where I kind of marked out myself. I was glad to watching Nia destroy Alicia Fox. I got giddy watching it just because it just who doesn't want to see a slaughtering? Let's be honest. Who doesn't want to see a slaughtering like that? So it was good. Nia went over. She beat Alicia. Good for Nia. Glad to see her on the main roster. I like to see her go against more upper class competitors rather than squash matches with locals. I'm pretty much overseeing that. She's way past that as far as I'm concerned. Uh, second match, or sorry, the first main match, the actual show opened up with New Day versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson for the tag team titles. And I was a little confused on the placement of this match, and maybe that was because of, quite frankly, New Day's a comedy act, and I'm not sure what they're doing with the club with the Gallows and Anderson. These guys came in with such fire from New Japan, and I don't know what they're doing with them. They're largely a comedy act, and don't get me wrong, I love the stuff they did with the Big East testicles, but it I don't know. I want these guys to be the monster heels. I know they are, and I want them to constantly be chasing the baby day or babyface New Day, and I want the New Day to be scared or concerned. But I don't know. New Day won with interference from Xavier Woods and the trumpet. I'm not even sure. I don't remember what he calls the damn thing. I'm sure I remember at some point. I'll just blurt it out. All right, so real quick, let me say, with the exception of the cruiserweight title, there was interference in every single title match. And if you haven't put it together and you watched the pay per view event, think about it. Every title match, with the exception of the cruiserweights, there was interference. In this case, it was Xavier Woods and the trombone or trumpet or whatever it is, and he hit Carl Anderson with it, and Big E went in for the big ending, and that was it. New Day went over, and they celebrated Raw 400 days as tag team champions. Second match was the Cruiserweight Championship, T.J. Perkins versus Brian Kendrick. Now, being in the audience was extremely quiet for this one. This, I don't, I'm sure it had something to do with people just don't know who T.J. Perkins is. But I can tell you right now, the people in the audience who sat there and watched the match, they didn't know who T.J. Perkins was before. They sure as hell do now. And the people who don't remember Brian Kendrick from his first run, they remember him now. These guys put on a hell of a match. Despite the quiet audience, this was a good match. So, TJ Perkins defeated Brian Kendrick and retained his Cruiserweight Championship. And Brian Kendrick decided to end it with the ultimate heel move, giving them some more story and some more drama with the headbutt. It looked like maybe to the cheek. I don't know if they're trying to sell the throat headbutt. Regardless, heel headbutt at the end. Great. Now we got some drama. We got some story to go off of for the Cruiserweights. So that's good. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, so match of the night, as far as I'm concerned, was the third match. It was also one of the worst endings I think I've ever seen, and that was Cesaro versus Sheamus that ended in no contest. So we went 7 matches, with the seventh one being at Clash, and we got a no contest at the end. No clear cut winner. I this was a fantastic match. Being in the audience, I think they really missed on the opportunity because immediately everyone started chanting for Foley to get Foley out there to continue the match. There was a let them fight chant. I mean, neither one of these guys came out worse for it. I mean, they both did what I mean, and ultimately they set out to do is to prove that they are dominant when they are. These are two of the toughest men in the business right now, and they beat the hell out of each other. Not just in this match, but they beat the hell out of each other for 7 matches, and it only got worse with this one. So, in the next night on Raw, I had heard a fan theory, that they were Foley would team these guys up to go after the tag team titles. And sure as hell, the very next night on Raw, that's exactly what happened. And I don't like. I'm not crazy about that one at all. I think Cesaro, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and several others. I believe JR said it on his podcast. Stone Cold said it on his. They both said Cesaro's just missing that one thing to set him apart. The one thing for the fans to truly accept him. And honestly, I think he's there. I'm a total Cesaro mark. I am very much Cesaro section right here. So I don't know if WWE sees it yet. Apparently they don't, and they think he still needs to be part of a tag team. I think we're long past that. Cesaro could be a major player. They just need to get behind him. That's all they need to do. So, my opinion, though, that was very much that was very easily the match of the night. So, going in from there. So I'm just gonna end it from there. Again, the way they ended just kind of pissed me off. So, the very next match was Chris Jericho over Sami Zayn. There's really not much to say about that. It was a standard match. Why Chris Jericho went over on Sami Zayn, I'm not sure. Jericho will tell you that he's having probably one of the best runs he's ever had in his life. He's at the top of his game right now, performing at his highest level. I've never been a Jericho fan. And Jericho, I've been watching Jericho since WCW, but he thinks he's better than what he actually is. And I'm not drinking it. I'm not drinking the Kool Aid. I don't think he's that good. So it is what it is. Jericho over Sami Zayn. I think it's time for him to step aside and let someone like Sami Zayn step up. Whatever. Maybe they got something planned that I don't know about. If they do, good for him. So I'm moving on. Raw's Women Championship triple threat match. It was Charlotte, the champion, defeated Sasha Banks and Bailey. This was easily the second match of the night. I mean, right up there with Cesaro and Sheamus. Sasha and Bailey. Sorry, no, Sasha and Charlotte. Much better outing than they did at SummerSlam. SummerSlam was terrible. This was much better. I think I still saw a falter in a move, but nothing that looked like it killed Sasha. So I think they just need to slow down a little bit. I think they're trying a little too hard on some areas, but again, much better showing. Sasha went over. I was glad to see. I expected it. I didn't expect them to bounce that championship back so quickly, and I sure as hell didn't expect Bailey to get it. Though I love Bailey, huge mark for her. I wasn't expecting her to get it. I didn't expect that belt to go anywhere, and it didn't. So, but again, there was interference with the Dana Brooks getting involved. So that was another match where interference during a championship. And then from there, we'll go into the United States Championship match. Roman Reigns versus Rusev. Roman Reigns goes over as your new champion, defeating Rusev despite the interference from Lana. And again, getting up on the ropes and getting involved again. And I don't know. Okay, so I was in the arena. Even when Reigns won against this foreigner in America's homeland, Reigns still got booed. So, either A, this is Reigns is not going to get over. I personally am okay with it. I am okay with him being a mid card champion. Don't force him. Don't force him into the world title picture when everyone clearly knows he's not ready. Don't force it. So I'm totally cool with him being a mid card champion. I think that's where he's needed to be for a long time. And maybe if he had that 2 years ago, and then went on, that's not forcing. That's a natural progression, and that's okay. The other theory that could be this could be like a Kurt Angle thing. When Kurt Angle came to the ring, everyone chanted along with his music. Angle sucks, and whether he was heel or face, it didn't matter. John Cena, everybody, kids, women, guys, don't matter. Everybody, when he comes to the ring, John Cena sucks. They sing it right along with his music. Kids and women think he's the greatest thing that ever walked the earth, and they'll still chant Cena sucks right along with his music because it's the cool thing to do. And that could be what else is going on. I mean, not just him not getting over, but it could be the cool thing to say how much he sucks. I don't know. It those are my theories on that. I could be dead wrong as well, but going into the very last match, which was another very big disappointment, which was Kevin Owens, the champion, defeating Seth Rollins. And the only reason why I said this was disappointing because it was a phenomenal match, and Chris Jericho had to run down and stick his nose into the championship matches business. Okay, I don't see why they had to ruin a great match like that. It I understand Kevin Owens, the heel, needs to do the heelish things. He earned the belt in a heelish way, and I get he wanted to retain the belt in a heelish way to maintain him being the heel. But I think that could have gone another way. Hell, a low blow or feet on the ropes or pulling the tights. Those are all heel moves too. I don't think you got to send Chris Jericho down there to ruin a match. So, um, Kevin Owens again. Kevin Owens defeats Seth Rollins. That was the end of the match. It was a great match. It was I mean, I guess it could have been right up there as well as one of the best ones, but the ending was terrible. I hated the ending. So, okay. So my theory, overall impression of this of Clash of Champions was I'd probably give it a 2.5 to 3 star pay per view. It wasn't the greatest at all, and I mean out of five, 2.5, 3 out of 5. So we're talking mid. We're talking like a standard Raw. It was just a little bit better than that. Um, I do have a theory onto all these interferences in the all the title matches, and that's because they're setting up all these matches for Hell in a Cell. They very well could be doing a TNA lockdown thing where every matches take place in a Hell in a Cell, including the women will have the very first Hell in a Cell match. Why not? Women are doing everything else. They want to be comparable to the men. Screw it. Put a cage on them. Let's see what they can do. I'm down. Let's watch it. So anyway, so that's my overall impressions of Clash of Champions. I didn't think it was very good. I think they're setting up for Hell in a Cell. I think this is more of a seed pay per view. They're planting seeds. They're setting up seeds, and I think they sacrificed what they could have done for these seeds. I hope they come to fruition. I really do. But again, it was what it was. So you guys may disagree with me. You guys may completely agree with me. I suspect most people will, but everybody has their own opinion, and that's fine. I'll take any comments or questions. You're welcome to leave them down in the comment section or email me. You guys can email me at nerdsthewordshow@gmail.com. Just so we're clear, I am back. I'm going to be regular every week. I'll put out a new episode regardless. It may not always be on the same day, but one will be out every week. So I will not get away from that again. So check us out. You guys can follow us on Facebook at Nerds the Word One, or you can also tweet me at Nerds the Word One or at Real Kanai. Either one of those, and I'll have a link set up as well on those. And we do have a brand new Facebook page that is specific to the show. Again, that's at Nerds the Word One. Other than that, make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe. Feel free to leave comments, send me emails. I'm all about it. Next week, I do believe we are going to film an episode tomorrow to air next week. And I don't think it's going to be anything big. It's just going to be us just sitting around. We're going to go camping this weekend, and I'm going to set up some recording equipment. And I think I'm going to have Not Safe for Pandas, Glowstick, and Ampless. I think I'm going to bring out Double D or Big D. I think he's going to come out there with us. And I believe I got 2 more people that are going to join us for that. So that's going to be exciting. It's going to be, and we're just going to sit around and we're just going to shoot the and talk around a campfire. So probably do about 20, 30 minutes of that. So we'll keep it short, but should be fun. Can't wait. So we'll see you guys next week. Thanks, guys.
Done. Job's done. Job's done.